Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boys' mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast. Bell ringers.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your screens. You are watching the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. What is that? Before the Bell. Who am I? Main Event CT. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special edition of Before the Bell because this episode is so special. We couldn't do it on a Sunday. We had to do it on a Monday. You understand me? And this is an action-packed Monday full of things. But before I go any further, allow me
Well,
allow me
you
to
already laughing?
introduce, because you make me laugh, bro.
Well, I'm just looking at you.
Shut up!
All right, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, my right-hand man, he is the Darkitect. He is Dark Kent. This guy is the shirt goat. You already know who he is. Chris Burns. What's up, man?
See, I had to do something that was like reminiscent of the greatest of eras of pro wrestling. And
Yeah.
I feel like Crow's Sting is that's that thing
Come
from
on.
that time, right? The
Come
NWO is what it is.
Mhm.
DX is what it is. Steve
Mhm.
Austin, the whole thing. But something about Crow's Sting
Yes.
puts everybody in that right place.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You know
Because
the
we need to
beautiful
be in
thing?
the right place here.
Crow Sting.
Yeah.
We're not even acknowledging him. I
No,
don't want you
don't
to-
even
yeah,
do
we're
that
not-
yet. Don't even, yeah.
The Crow Sting, first of all, we were kids.
Yeah.
And when you saw the crow, you were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you saw Crow Sting, you were like, oh my, nobody thought about copyright infringement
At all. Because the first version was just the crow makeup. It wasn't like a unique to wrestling thing. It was just straight up the
He
crow.
stole it.
100%.
And we loved it because we wanted to see more crow. It was perfect timing.
And
That's
I
what
had
it
never
was.
seen a white man in whiteface before. What? Did I glitch you? I didn't mean
You're
it.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Never thought about it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you guys who are watching, know this. Know that we are almost at this 10K mark for YouTube. And we
Yeah.
had an agreement with you guys. This is an incubator channel. So all the shows that come on it, we're trying to grow them and then we move on to our own. We need y'all to get us to this 10K so we can get our own Before the Bell page on YouTube. Facebook, we're killing it, almost at 40K. Instagram, killing it, over the 20K mark. TikTok, blessings. And that's because of you guys. Super chats are open. All the super chats you guys hit, we're going to now. We've been told by the bell ringers in the Patreon that y'all want to hear the super chats after each segment. You know what? We're going to give it a try.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a try. In
Absolutely.
the meantime, it's time for them to get in here because I don't know what the holdup is. Because we got a whole lot of show. And this...
Yeah, sucker. Yeah. You know what time it is?
I don't know what time it is.
That's a technical foul. The red ones, man. I'm sorry.
You know, that's how we do, sucker.
Oh.
Because we come straight from the hood,
Oh,
straight from the streets,
direct line.
straight from the places that them people don't want to be at.
Oh, okay.
That's how we doing Before the Bell,
Oh,
all right?
all right.
Because we beating everybody down,
Okay.
all right? Meet it up, meet it down. That's what we
What?
do.
You said meet
Hey,
it
yo.
up. You just said meet it up.
'Cause
Meet
we-
it down.
We Marlon meat.
No,
No, we are not.
There's no we here in Marlon Meat.
You are
Co-
Marlon Meat.
Yeah.
Collectively,
Nope.
No.
Everyone in the
I'm
room.
trying to put everybody in this.
all of us, all you suckers out there, y'all better watch out. You
No.
better not cry.
No.
Because guess what?
Okay.
We got some long-legged salts coming your way.
Oh, God.
Because that's what we do when we from the streets of Harlem, Houston, Birmingham, Detroit,
Mhm.
LA.
Inglewood,
Yeah.
Right. Is
San
that,
San Diego.
is that electric tape?
huh?
Huh? Is that electric tape on your
Yeah,
nose?
was a breather rash strip too expensive? And that's what you had at the house?
That apnea, boy.
You know, Had to have
He said no.
when you out here, you ain't got time to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Because you never know who might be lurking,
Not at all.
who might be on your side.
Would you do the honor of introducing our extremely special guest, please?
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Marla Meat.
Yeah.
Marla, meet it up, beat it down. Gotcha.
Because this man right here is a social media megastar. You might have seen him on your YouTube screens.
Might have.
You might have seen him on your Instagram screens.
Definitely did that.
You might have seen him on your TikToks.
Always.
Right now, please show all the love. And I'm a man who got nothing but hate. This man right here, they might call him a stallion. I know you do.
Whoa! You know I do.
Give it up for the one, the only Jordan Hallinan.
Oh my Lord.
Thank you so much from the man who came from a place that nobody want to be at. Yeah. Thank you.
Marla Meat.
Marla Meat,
You for the last few weeks, there's several allegations you're always trying to beat.
Yeah.
One is the Joanna Unk
That's
allegations.
Yeah.
And the biscuit, because it's the same actor who played both.
Yeah. Shout out Miguel Nunez Jr.
And you
Facts.
came in here with your hair done just like that
Oh, yeah.
man in several projects of
Biscuit
his.
Jr.
Yeah, 100%.
Please say the Junior.
Please say the Junior. And the tape ever so slowly coming off your face.
I didn't realize how much I'd be sweating doing this gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I love your style, man. Here's the thing. Never in my life have I seen checkerboard overalls.
Checkerboard.
Never.
overalls. Mhm.
I'll raise you this.
Okay.
He had the nerve to wear this to one of my shows one time.
Oh, this is a repeat.
And he has a checkerboard wave cap to match.
Oh,
Yeah.
There are pictures.
You seem like a wave cap checkerboard dude. I wouldn't have seen the pants
you
coming.
wearing a checkerboard overall is the equivalent of ordering a skillet on someone else's birthday. You take all the attention away from the main thing. You can't do that.
On somebody else's birthday.
Which is wild. That's so wild.
Oh.
Give me the bazooki.
Yo.
Like I thought you was getting an appetizer, dog. Why you ordering so crazy right now?
This technically counts as a segment.
Yeah.
Because you came in with the fit. Go from the top, Mark. Let's hit our people, man. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for donating your hard-earned money because this is not something that is small. We always appreciate you guys. Jay Robinson with $10.
Yeah.
Thank you. First time catching you guys live. Before the Bell is my first and only podcast. Shout out my spirit animal, Martin Morrow, my tag team partner, Daniel, the Street Prophet, and the child tax credit so I can super chat. Smoke.
Yeah,
Thank you,
all right.
Jay. Appreciate that.
A lot of info on
Kim Gil, that's a lot of info. Kim Gilmore with the $10. Thank you, baby girl. About time, Martin. At the end of Black History Month.
There you go.
But whatever, we still love you. That's a fact.
That's
He
right.
finally gave us a black character.
There we go.
King Rome, $10.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Booker
sir.
T, Stevie Ray, Big T, and Saquon Salt T, Marlon
Marlon
Meats,
Meats
and
and
Milk
Milk
Inc.
Mhm.
That's so stupid.
Wow.
What's next, Mark? Keep going. Beautiful Day, $9.99.
There she is.
Yes,
Hello,
indeed. Yes,
fellas.
indeed.
Who y'all want to join the chambers? Also, finally a black person, but Martin should do New Jack one day. Ooh,
Oh, boy.
Interesting. I'm not mad at
You have
that.
to throw somebody off this building to be New Jack.
That's a
I love
fact.
that.
Tyrone Handon, $9.99. My guy. Is that Martin or Miguel Nunez
Uh-huh.
Jr. Biscuit from
Uh-huh.
Life with that scarf on? You're absolutely right.
Don't be scared.
Hit the next one, Martin. John DeBro. Oh my God.
No.
Come on. We got to extend this one.
That's what I'm
$49.99.
talking about. Golly.
That's
All right.
crazy. Man, John DeBro, Marlon Meat is wild. Not him trying to include the squad. I
You
just
know?
can't. That's a
On
fact.
multiple occasions.
Yeah. We the meat boys.
No,
y'all.
no,
no,
definitely not.
Yeah, this room
Stop
full
that.
of meat, man.
That's like that's what
Hey,
playing
bro.
hide and seek. And someone's like, "All right, guys, come on, he caught us." You only. Why are you bringing us into this? I'm not a meat boy. That's
Yo, let me say this, man. TNA. TNA is heating up.
This is the second episode in a row where you have decided to watch something other than WWE.
Yeah.
And you coming out hot like it's always been a thing. TNA, guys. Like, what? Okay.
Listen to me. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Listen, the rule that I've set, man,
Okay.
is if it's gotten to me, it's big news.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
It's like your grandma, bro.
Yeah.
If your grandma come and you'll be like, yeah, so what's this TikTok? You're like, oh.
No, it's
happening.
grandma. Like we saw,
Yeah,
you start seeing
grandparents.
older people do not like us. You were like, oh, this is actually a big
Yeah.
At
thing.
that point, it seeped into exactly.
Absolutely.
It's
The
massive.
zeitgeist.
So
Whoa.
you just wanted to say zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
all that was.
It works.
It does.
Educated brother.
So TNA is cooking, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love
Over
that.
Femi tagging with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought?
Who
Now-
would have ever thought?
Somebody put they universe mode on random. Shout out 2K.
When does
Facts.
2K25 come out?
The 14th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we gonna start a Twitch situation, right?
We are. Yeah, I guess this is a good way to announce that. We'll be starting a Before the Bell Twitch channel, as well as having a lot of the gaming here on the YouTube channel. So check that out. We're going to be playing some 2K, some of the other wrestling games throughout the wrestling zeitgeist of video gaming.
Right, of course. The zeitgeist. What was your what was
Yes,
your
of
guys'
course.
Of course, obviously, how can we be so foolish? What was your guys' favorite wrestling game?
Oh.
Ooh.
Is it even close,
This is-
bro?
You see, you
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
right.
he's going to say that. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
something
yeah.
none of us
conventional
expect.
wisdom is
Okay.
not so
Right.
much
Right,
CT's
of
choice.
course, of course.
You know what I mean? Like
All right.
you'd be like, oh, who's the greatest wrestler of all time? We'd be like, oh, we got an idea. And then he'd be-
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, he'd be like,
Oh.
what?
Fabulous Moolah. That's a deep pull,
Like,
man.
what are we
Fabulous
doing?
Moolah. Goodness gracious. Okay.
So I'm interested in the answers. Basically,
Okay.
what I'm saying.
You you want me to go first? Or like,
I need you to go first.
I have to.
That's it,
Yeah.
The greatest wrestling game
Mhm.
is no doubt No Mercy.
Okay.
Okay.
Phew.
Oh.
It's WWF No Mercy.
All right. 'cause-
Okay.
My second is WrestleMania 2000, but I'm partial. And
Okay.
NWO WCW. But yeah, go ahead.
I was also going to say No Mercy. I would have put WCW NWO Revenge second,
Mm-hmm.
and then SmackDown. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is also up there.
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, that's fair.
it's for sure No Mercy. Listen, it's been years since I picked up the sticks and played this game.
Mm.
Right.
Okay, it's been years.
Right.
Anybody want anything in No
Wow.
Mercy? Right now,
Wow.
anytime, whenever,
No,
wherever.
no,
Nobody
no,
want to see what's
no.
going on
The
with me in No
cojones
Mercy.
of
You
the
understand?
I think a lot of people would want to see what's going on.
Greatest
The one thing
of all time.
Time out. The thing
Okay.
is, with games, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I've learned this, right? Video games is just like actual physical sports. The older you get, the more you think you can still do it until you get somebody that got just faster reflexes. All of a sudden, you are on the ground getting hit with chairs. Pin 1, 2, 3, you're done for.
You know, and I put this into practice once because it
Uh-huh.
had been years before the last time that I had
Mhm.
actually played.
Okay.
We set it up in the living room in downtown LA, bunch of people, young kids, the whole
Yep.
thing.
Smoke.
Undefeated still.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just muscle memory at this point.
Wow.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
well, Smack, maybe somebody wants
Yeah,
that.
give
you
it
know
to
what I
us.
mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
what's
somebody
yours?
want to see you in that. I would say, I'd say nostalgia purposes, probably. Here Comes the Pain was the first one I got. I had,
Nice.
physically had, and then the one that like it's gonna sound so random. SmackDown versus Raw, but 2011, and I'll tell you why.
Please tell me why.
Mainly because it was the first time that I think Universe Mode was really like, because 2010, I'm not gonna lie to you, SmackDown versus Raw 2008 was like one of my favorites. 2010 was severely like, it's like 2009 was kind of there. They were
Mhm.
getting there. 2010 was very disappointing for me. 2011, they really opened it up with Universe Mode with the other features to where you can do finishers on top of ladders. You can land on chairs. You
Yeah.
can stack
Mhm.
ladders. You can set stuff on fire, stuff like that. Like it was super. I mean, I played years. I would play years and years and years of like in game working on my Universe Mode and stuff.
Mm.
And then when WWE 12 came out, regressed crazy
Mm.
for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just nothing has ever picked up the same as like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 for me. I really, really liked it. Because again, you had like such a wide variety of characters. They introduced like different skins, different costumes. You really felt like you had a complete world building situation
Facts.
within that. And I think that was like my favorite part of it. You know what I mean? Because you could do really whatever you want. It was like the first time you could kind of like have this big old sandbox to kind of do what I think Triple H is currently doing now, but in your own way.
So I have a very important question.
Yes.
who do you play as? Who's your go-to character? Like besides any created characters, like when you pick it up and it's like, all right, I'm immediately going here.
For sure. Oh, my go-to feature, go-to character in general.
Character that you wrestle as.
That's a tough one because I don't like doing the create characters when I go. Mainly because again, like create a character, like obviously you're gonna spam it. You're gonna make sure you got the best finisher doing a triple, quadruple foot 99 doing. And I don't know. I like Sometimes I like building on people that don't really get a lot of shine and a lot of chance and kind of making it work. Like I played as Santino a lot.
Nice. Yeah.
No, like deep cuts, man. I do Santino. Obviously play, with Jeff. I play with Ray. Batista is my favorite wrestler of all time, so obviously I'll play as. Oh yeah, Batista is my favorite wrestler.
You did the zombie Santino? Was that?
Of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah, no. So my go-to is obviously going to be Batista, but I obviously like the Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio.
Okay, hell yeah.
Let's back up for a second.
Back it up.
I really like you. I don't know if you know this. I mean, we've been kicking it. We've been having a conversation. You're such a really nice guy.
Thanks. Man.
Batista, huh?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about it. What?
I've heard that before from people.
Really?
Unpack that right now.
Batista captured the imagination of folks that were, especially their fans around that like 2003 and beyond era. You know what I mean? Because either John Cena was the guy,
yes, for sure,
but like Dave was the more edgy guy. So it made a lot of sense that a lot of people were into him.
I'm a Batista. The reason I ask this, I enjoy Batista from thumbs down on Triple H. He's gonna face him at WrestleMania.
One of the most iconic ones.
All the way till 2010. I quit. Bam. That's the run.
That was prime time.
That's core. But then he came back.
Every return has been awful. Okay. Every return has been rough. But the thing is, like, that's the thing with Batista. Because I already know people are going to be confused on that.
Yes.
But you have to understand, like, outside of the Rivals segment that they did, WWE Rivals, obviously they have that. I think it's on A&E or whatever.
Yeah.
Outside of that, and them really explaining and diving deeper into like the cultural impact and shift that they had with John Cena and Batista, a SmackDown versus Raw, legitimate like show side. You pick sides to a show. You differentiate one title from the other one. Like the big gold in my head, if it's not Triple H, it's Batista. I think he really did a lot to make the big golds add much like worth it. To add much more of a significance to it. The rivalry between Batista and Undertaker. Even when the Great Khali was around, Batista, in my opinion, 2008 Unforgiven, the Punjabi prison match with Batista and the Great Khali, he made something out of nothing work. In my opinion, he Batista bombed the Great Khali. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
Jordan,
wait. What's up?
You don't even know, Jordan.
Look,
you don't even know.
Come on,
listen, man.
Come on.
I have been getting so disrespected,
rightfully so,
by mentioning that very match.
Is that right?
Saying that was such a great.
I thought. Look, mind you have to.
You said it was a great Khali match.
That's wild. But you have to understand. You have to understand. But think about this, because now a lot of people are in on how the landscape and how things were with WWE and how it got ran and how there was like a lack of. I'm sorry, real quick. There's always someone who calls me when I'm in the middle of doing stuff. Anyway, but again, like some people have no control over what they got to do. They just kind of make the best out of it, make it work. Where with the Great Khali, after he squeezed Red's head and they thought he killed Rey Mysterio, and then he exploded the watermelon, all that stuff. The Great Khali run where he held the title upside down, and there was so much going on, and you had to make it work. Batista genuinely made something out of nothing and made it work, and it was impressive. Him with the Undertaker, very good matches. Him when he faced Triple H on multiple occasions, the matches were sound, they were good. He was a big heavyweight guy, and it just made everything seem better. When he turned on Ray, right? Even that whole
I'm gonna take your head off, Ray.
Dude, like you felt that. You really did. And so for me personally, there is no heavy significance on a SmackDown versus Raw vibe without Batista and John Cena doing what they did. And for Batista to do what he did in that short period of time that he did it is impressive for me. So I really like and appreciate what Batista did for wrestling for me, and the big gold, because everybody loved the spinner. But when Batista was around, Triple H and The Undertaker were around, they made the big gold worth it for me.
It seemed like the title.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that description, and I appreciate you mentioning the Punjabi prison match.
I have a lot to say about Punjabi prison match. I'm not going to go all into it. Yeah. But saying you made something. giving credit for somebody, doing their best. That's all well and good. But sometimes that's like being in the kitchen, like, look, I got an egg, relish, and tuna.
Yeah. Hey,
I put something together. I did my best. It's like,
CT, try to explain the rules of the Bajami prison match in under 20 seconds.
So, Jordan, let me ask you this, man.
What's up?
3,
What's up?
4.
How did
5.
the recipes begin?
It's
like
over.
when this started, how did it even begin for you, buddy?
Dude, like kind of like I said, man, it was social media. I played sports before this.
Okay.
I played baseball. I tell people a lot of times I got up to where I was in talks to get drafted, and it was by I guess the New York Mets, which I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people who are probably Yankees fans were not too happy with it. But I played sports for a few years, and that whole experience, it was a 7-year journey to even do this. And by the time I got done with it, I was so just lost. Because again, when you play sports, you're so in tune with being a part of a team, and you're constantly told that you're a replaceable asset, and if you don't perform at the high level you need to, you will easily be replaced with somebody else, and you got to work twice as hard just to get back to where you started. And that's always been the case. So you don't really have, if you really want to take it to the next level and you start from where I had started from, I didn't play baseball until I was 16. I never played before. So
Wow.
from there to the next level, you have to pretty much get rid of everything that isn't going to help and benefit you towards this following goal. So by the time when COVID had happened, I mean, I was just in the house, and I was all these emotions, man. I didn't know who I was, didn't know my personality. I was hurt. I was scared. I was angry because I felt like my last day in the uniform, I didn't even know it was my last day in the uniform. Because you are sadly, your fate is in the hands of other people. So because of that, you don't necessarily know what's going on. If a team doesn't want to have you back, you're not going to be back. It's not really your choice. And so it was just a tough time. And so I made a documentary called Dear Baseball to kind of just tell people what I've been through, because I used to watch, like, motivation's like food. You don't eat one time and you're good forever. You got to eat again soon. Motivation is the same thing. You don't get motivated just one day and then you just feed off that for years. You got to motivate yourself daily if you can. Like, so for me, I looked at documentaries to try to see if there's any athlete that even remotely was going through what I was going through, so I can try to feel like I resonated. And it was hard. So I figured I'd make a documentary to kind of tell people, like, hey, this is what I went through and you guys can do it too. And from there, I promise I'll abridge this, but from there, I had like maybe 800 followers. I made this documentary. No, I had no idea how social media worked really. So what I did was I emailed 150 people a day my documentary. And if you had a check mark, I'm emailing you, because it's connected to things. So 150 people a day for a month and a half, 2 months. And by that point, I mean, from sun up to sundown, I'm just emailing people, boom, 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 bothering them. I think LeBron James has seen it uninterrupted. I saw it. I did a segment for them called More Than an Athlete, and it developed further to where this was the first time I ever had something go past like 30,000 views, and I had 800 followers. Yeah. So at that point, I was like, oh, maybe I can do this. So I started doing videos as kind of like an anxiety exercise, just to try to get myself out there and feel like I can have a personality, and it just ballooned up to something alongside what I do now. So in recipes, I bake. I was a baker, so I baked for years. Since I was like 12 years old. I love baking. So finding recipes and doing stuff and making stuff has always been fun for me. And being able to do that and show people has been incredibly fun. And on top of that, I was also trying to go for my PhD, so I want to be a teacher. So it helps because I wanted to teach people, and this is a great way to kind of scratch that itch as I navigate whatever this is.
A baseball playing baking teacher sounds like a wrestling gimmick from 1993.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A football playing king in space with a mustache. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You're gonna have a few doinks.
Get out there. IRS WrestleMania.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Way more complex than I thought it would be. I thought it was I thought you were similar to me in the art of petty, right? I thought the story was going to be, oh man, I went to a Burger King one day and I said, hey, let me get a Whopper. And they were like, nah, we don't serve people like you. And you're like, you about to see something.
Oh, I got all the Whoppers.
Right, exactly.
He's all right. Just write it down real quick. Yeah.
That was incredible.
What racist Burger King is this?
Yeah, this is one in the South. This is
Burger King.
Yeah, I looked really deep into the story. I was like, wait a minute,
man.
Dude, okay, cool.
But speaking of baking,
Yeah,
for sure,
you know
for
what's
sure.
also been baking? Monday Night Raw with this feud between Jey
He has
Uso
been
and
waiting
Gunther.
to make that segue.
Jey
That was
Uso
the
and
worst
Gunther.
segue.
I know. It was so not organic.
Hard pivot, baby.
was
Hard pivot.
Clear that he had been sitting on it.
Boy.
Oh, he said bake.
said-
I got some.
Wow.
Speaking of the IRS, Jey
Wow.
Uso.
It's been taxing on me. This segment that happened on Monday Night Raw.
Oh God.
Hey, fellow wrestling fans.
But no, I'll tell you what. But to your point, though, man, to talk about somebody who's so over right now, Jey Uso is so over. I would say I understand why they're doing the Gunter thing in the title. I get it. Bit disappointed though. I mean, if you're gonna have him go for it, I say you go for it. You go for the big title.
Wait, you
Like,
wanted
what?
Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, why not?
Jordan, thanks for coming on the show. Anyway, guys, we had a great time with them today.
crazy.
Hey,
See,
you know
those,
what?
those are
Crazy
CT's two
work.
favorite people, so I think he just doesn't want to see them clash.
Here's the thing. And please in the comments, don't jump ahead. You know we on Raw. We know we want to talk about what we want to talk about, but we gotta get, it's a build, baby. Okay. Speaking of which, Jey Uso,
Mhm.
Gunther have a story set in from the IC title days.
I know.
Cody, that's SmackDown, but okay, this is what I've always said here.
What's that?
The world title,
Mhm.
I hate your
Why do you
guts.
Why does my very face make you go off track?
I wish Mark saw the smile on your face before I was talking, bro. So here's what it is.
Please.
The world title,
Mhm.
in my opinion, nowadays
Okay.
is a starter run. This is let's see how you are as a champion, and then we'll see if we can elevate you to
Right.
the big dog
To the
title.
big dog title.
That's
Give
how
you-
it always
give
has
you the
been,
face of it.
unless the number one in the company held it. Like when Cena held it, it was the title.
No, of
When
course.
Triple H held it, it was the title. Like stuff
Of
like
course,
that.
of course.
But so Jay and Gunther and Damian Priest being able to hold this is them being able to have this is how I am as champion.
Right. I get that. I mean, I look, and here's the thing. My perspective on that is yes. At the same time, even like Seth, right? Seth has been on multitudes of interviews, kind of explaining why he feels like he's been working tooth and nail to make sure that there's significance to that title.
Yeah.
Right. That there's not just a title. They just kind of, because again, they unified the title. Now it was just one big title. They got making it. Now they have back to a big gold kind of situation.
Yeah.
And Seth wanted to, add significance to it, and I get that. And I like the idea of, yes, it could be a placeholder to the big dog one, but also treating that as its own big dog situation or trying to get it there. And mind you, Jey Uso being so over with Gunther, like, don't get me wrong, fantastic. I think that's great that they're working on that. But I think a lot of people, because Jey Uso is so over right now, and I think, if my mom's mistaken, because mind you, I've been kind of off a little bit with it. With Cody right now, it was Cody. I know Cody and Kevin did his thing, and he Alabama slammed him through a ladder.
Ooh, through that ladder, boy.
Yeah, and I guess he's dead. I'm not sure what happened, but but I know what WrestleMania is coming up, and for the Cody stuff, is it looking more like Cody and Kevin? Like, what's going
We
on?
can't do that yet,
We'll
Jordan.
get there.
It's going to be crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But on Monday Night Raw.
Well, here's my question for you
Yes.
guys for the room. Let's say Jey Uso beats Gunther at WrestleMania for the world title.
Uh-huh.
Who else do you see within the next 12 months? Because I don't think Jey Uso would be a long-term champion. So who else within a 12-month period do you see also holding the World Heavyweight title on Raw?
Well, now you got to look at the people that he's been able to feud with. See, this is how I always look at.
I'm
You're
listening,
doing it, man.
I'm listening.
All right, this is what it is. When you look at people who
Now
have
you're hiding your
titles-
face.
Yeah, I'm like, you gotta muffle up. Like,
when Jey Uso had the Intercontinental title, he faced off against
Braun Breaker,
Braun Breaker,
Mhm.
Ilya Dragunov. I think?
Ilya Dragunov, which he ended up getting injured, but he's able to have these little mini feuds, and then end up feuding with Gunther, and he had a couple of matches with Seth and Sammy, but those are faces. So now when I look at him becoming the world champion, I see those exact same matchups on a bigger scale. We got the rematch and the feud going with him and Gunther after Mania.
Mhm.
And then you have a chance to have him against Finn. You have a chance to get Braun to graduate because Braun's going to lose that title by Mania. So it's like he's ready to graduate.
Mhm.
So those are the matches.
Honestly, wouldn't mind a Penta run with the World Heavyweight title.
already?
By the
Right
end of
now?
not right now, but by the end of the year.
By the end of the year?
I said 12 months. So I think by the end of the year, early next year, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't know if it's that soon. You still got Gable too. Gable could go into that world heavyweight title picture against my guy
hope
Jay.
Gable gets a push, man.
Same.
I
Yeah.
hope Gable gets a push because I think that we'll see something that we haven't. I mean, when it comes to creativity, especially on the mic with promos, I mean, he's talented, man.
And he's
talented
yoked.
Yeah.
guy. He's incredibly yoked, actually.
Yes.
There's very few holes in that man's game, for sure.
Man.
It's like if he was taller, I feel like they would
If he
invest in him more.
and Escobar were 3 inches taller,
Yeah.
they would be the WWE champion.
I don't know about Escobar, but I will give you.
Escobar has it, bro. I'm telling you.
And okay, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Santos Escobar
Here we
in ring
go.
promo?
That's
In-ring promo?
diabolical.
Yeah.
This
That's
is right when he
diabolical.
turned on Ray.
Did he even talk? I think that was still like backstage, wasn't it?
Anyway, Jordan, speaking of having it, what was that it moment for you to get you into wrestling, get you hooked as a kid?
Oh my gosh, man! It was we just moved out. We just moved to San Diego, and like I said, we grew up pretty, not a lot of finances, so we didn't have cable. So the only things I'd watch when I'd walk home from school is 3 movies. I watched 3 movies every day all year, and it was Guess Who with Bernie Mac, Rush Hour 2, and then Rush Hour 2 again. So that's basically it. And so,
Rewind it.
right, of course. And again, I love those movies. So by the time we got to San Diego, we had cable, and my brother introduced me to Friday Night SmackDown, and I was like, "What is this?" And I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, they're just beating each other up. They got entrance music. The first match I ever watched actually was Matt Hardy versus MVP when they had their feud together.
wow.
The U.S. title, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was telling my mom, like, Mom, you don't get like Matt Hardy just broke this guy's arm. Like I was so I was so
Yeah,
enamored
yeah.
with it. I loved it. So for me, after watching that, I was hooked. That Matt Hardy MVP feud had me coming back. And I didn't know Raw existed yet. I thought SmackDown was that was
Wow.
it. So then, like, again, weeks and weeks later, I'm like, wait, why is everything red? And my brother's like, this is Raw. And I was like, well, what? Oh, okay. And I'm waiting to see my usuals.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are all these new people? And I saw John Cena, who was ripped out of his mind. I'm like, who is this guy? And it was the first time I saw blood. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
what's happening? And I'm like, wait, so are these two things related? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do they ever cross over? He's like, not really. And I was like, whoa. So I'm watching 2 separate shows. So the minute I saw them cross over, I'm like, my mind was blown. So I literally
That was like your Avengers
100%.
Infinity War.
Because that's the thing. I had such a liking to Batista
Mm.
when I first saw him. Like, dude, this guy's the greatest. And everyone's loving John Cena. I'm like, well, this guy's also great too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder if they ever will acknowledge each other, ever. Obviously, years later, of course, but like that was a big thing for me. Like, so wrestling was just, it was awesome. It was my little getaway from stuff, and I loved it.
Man, I love that. And speaking of loving, I want to thank everybody with these super chats. But just finish that segment. Hit it, Mark. Let's see these amazing people. Marcus Adair, $9.99 says, "I love you, Juana Unk."
Oh my
Appreciate
gosh.
that. Keep going,
Thanks for
Mark.
that.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much to Caddy Low Productions. Pedro Cardona, $10. Thank you. What's up, guys? Hope you had a good weekend. Do you think Cody's gonna come on, man? Don't jump ahead, baby. Go to the next one, Mark.
We'll touch on
We're
that.
gonna touch on all
discuss
of
it.
it.
probably
We have
got a
so
lot
much to
about
say.
that.
The Kid 24, $9.99. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
My first live and Jordan is the guest. I wish I could do more, but what a time to be alive. Marty Moore, I'm coming for you.
I love it.
Let me tell you something, the Kid. It's not about wishing you could do more. The fact that you did that at all, we're super
It's
grateful
amazing.
and
Yes,
appreciative,
it's
fam.
amazing.
So thank you so much.
Yes,
Go ahead,
yes,
Mark.
sir.
King 316 with the dub.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Showing love. Appreciate that.
Domingo Trip. My guy, $9.99. Afternoon, fellas.
Yeah.
I got 64 creative players on Here Comes the Pain
Crazy
on
work.
PS2. Anybody can get it.
Good Lord.
I
That's such a
respect it.
specific even number.
Yeah.
They only had so many slots.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what slots is expiring.
65 is too many.
DJC says salute with $45.
Golly, that's
Come on,
what I'm
DJC.
talking about.
Come on now,
That's what I'm talking
DJC.
about.
Yes, we now have Prodigal Simpson, $30. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What up, though? First time catching a live. Captain Unk Frickin' America.
There you go.
You see the new Cat movie, and as always, keep teaching them young,
The
keep
YNs.
teaching them YNs
Yeah.
how to work the grill, Unk. Frickin' American Nightmare.
Oh, that's
Freaking
good.
American Nightmare is
That's really
That's
good.
crazy
incredible,
work.
Prodigal Simpson.
That's
Wow.
diabolical
I
work.
love that.
That's-
Donovan Ben, $9.99.
Yeah.
Why can't we get a heel versus heel match? Give me heel Charlotte versus heel Tiffy and show me who's the bigger a-hole. Let me tell you something. Y'all jumping. Keep going, Mark.
That's why I pitched New Day versus Street Profits. They both heels.
They
I think
are
that
both
would be
heels.
super
Profits are
entertaining.
they're tweeners.
No, they're not.
JP runs this $10.
Yeah.
Hope Gable gets a push, and Bronson Reed got to get a chance with the title when he comes
I
back.
love that.
Absolutely.
That's who I would
Sure,
have
for
Bronson Reed take the title from Jey Uso.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
Go ahead. We have Jay Robinson, $10. Hey. CT, I got your back. Cena better not ever pin Cody, Raheem, Malik, Devon Rhodes, King Jr. I agree with Jordan. Jay versus Cody would have been a decent Warrior/Bulia type match.
Yeah.
I join Marla Meat Pauls. Ain't no pause in
boy.
that one, good brother.
Crazy
It's
word.
already been
That's
said.
diabolical. Diabolical.
Dude's big below $10.
Yeah.
Martin, did you borrow that bandana from Biscuit? I love it.
All right.
Keep going, Mark, so we get back to the joints.
Can't go home like this.
All right, bam, we all caught up. You cannot. You can't see your mama. You can't let your mama see you like that.
Come on, man.
Monday Night Raw, bro. AJ Styles with their original music proved a point.
Yeah.
Not all wrestlers
Yeah.
can survive a music change.
Yeah.
Mm.
AJ Styles
Very
is
true.
amazing. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But with that new music, it was like, you know, there are only a couple of wrestlers who's been able to survive new music and get it over. CM Punk,
No, it's
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton,
Randy Orton,
Yeah.
for sure.
Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
Mhm.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Absolutely.
Word
'Cause-
life.
Yeah. Word
That's
Life was a hit.
amazing.
That
That
was
was
It
a
was.
stop, boy.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
That was so much passion.
Yeah, I'm about
No,
to say,
I-
you,
Bop, bop.
you the P. It's so hard.
Yeah, come on, man.
Dakota.
My discipline is unforgiving. Got you backing up like
in
a
the
defensive position.
Come on. Of course, I got you.
Come
man.
on,
I have,
man.
I have, I
Thank
have
you,
the
bro.
CD. I got the albums. I forced my mom to get the albums. I listen to it every day right at school. I get you.
That's a
It was a
great
good
mom.
CD. Him and his cousin.
Oh my god! I didn't. Well, one is that what this Fire Burns Always was originally Randy Orton's.
Mm.
Yeah.
and then they switched it to CM, which is also
Yeah, it didn't
crazy.
really fit.
Did not fit
Orton.
Randy in the
No.
slightest.
It did not.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is I think Randy in an interview said when he with voices, like at some point he's like, I'm so tired of voices, but people loved voices so much. I think he started to then re-love it again. But like,
Mm.
dude, voices when that got changed over, it did the opposite of it. People loved that. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
this is the best song I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
Because 09 Orton was a
Oh,
It was
that
a different
man,
animal.
He was
that
a
man
demon.
fed families with 09 Orton. There's no way.
when he punted Stephanie, and while
Dude,
Triple H was handcuffed,
my mouth again for at least a whole night. I'm like, I cannot believe that just happened.
and then kissed her while she was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
Bro,
He's
when
not there,
Triple H
no.
handcuffed to the I'm sorry, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Menace. Utter menace was that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now looking forward, Pete Dunne versus Penta.
Penta."
I don't like when wrestlers don't wear knee pads. I don't like it.
You don't like naked knees?
I
It
don't
is-
like naked
It
knees,
is
man.
off-putting. Like
It
Ric Flair
is.
always wore knee pads, but they never were on his
His
knees.
knees,
Never.
No,
Yeah, it
no,
was just-
down to the shins.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
like-
shin splits, Rick? What's
But
up?
Who knows?
It was so. It's so, whenever I see a wrestler without knee pads, I'm always like, because they're so exposed, bro.
Yeah.
Take the glasses off, man. I don't know what's going on. I
What do you mean?
just don't know,
He
man.
Lord helmeted you.
I don't trust you,
Put that
bro.
thing in front of me.
What could possibly be happening?
I don't know, man.
I'll think about it.
All right, yeah, you let
It
me
is
know.
off-putting. The
I'm telling
blue
you. What do
glasses with- everything with the red.
I have no
outfit.
idea what you've been looking at this whole time. I don't know if you're looking at me or him
I'm
or
telling you,
I'm
bro.
not sure. I'm actually not sure at all.
You know what?
Y'all got bullied. Taking his glasses
For
off.
for a $10 or more super chat, I'll do it.
Crazy. bro.
Roxanne Perez is now in the chamber.
Yeah.
I love it. NXT's coming up. With the Raw, I'm not Raw, with the women's elimination chamber.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possibilities going in, but who is going to be the one to win it? In you guys' opinion, I'm starting with Jordan.
I think it's gonna win the women's elimination chamber.
Women's elimination. We have
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi,
Mhm.
Bianca Belair,
Mhm.
Bailey,
Mhm.
Roxanne Perez, and Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
Lot of potential in there.
A lot,
A lot of potential.
teams.
That's primetime stuff.
It's prime time.
What'd you just say?
I'm
A
not
lot of
gonna,
teeny women in there.
Oh yeah, some small women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was
I'm
about
not-
to give him. You was about to give him the business.
He was gonna try. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's gonna be Liv, and that's the unfortunate part. It's gonna be Liv, and it's gonna be an upset situation because I think, like, obviously, I want Bianca to win everything. I think she's great, but
Yeah.
Can you be here every week, man? Man, where I needed you, Jordan.
God bless, man. But I mean, I think it's gonna be Liv. I think they're gonna keep that alive, especially with her and Rhea. I think that's not done. I don't think that's done. I know they had the Netflix. I think we're all at that. The Netflix
Yeah.
thing where
Yeah.
obviously Rhea won and the Undertaker did the whole joint. But I think the Liv thing isn't over with. I think she wins the Elimination Chamber.
I'm gonna let you live, Martin. Who do you think is winning?
I saw what you did there. Let you.
Yeah,
live.
let you live. That
I'm
was
gonna let you
good.
live. Come on, man. You be connected,
Yeah.
baby.
There you go.
I saw it too. I was there.
Gila Claus has got to come out first. Gotta bring that back. Gotta bring that one back.
I'm under two different spells. I think Bianca will win, so we could finally have that match. My fear is Bianca versus Rhea. I think they need to re-elevate Bianca, and I'd rather that be the last match of a WrestleMania. And I don't think that would be at this one, or it'd be Liv, Io, Rhea triple threat.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not mad at that.
All right.
Because they haven't built up any opponent really for Rhea that's on her level. Bianca is in a whole ass other storyline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if she wins the chamber, then it's like, oh, what becomes of the Naomi, Jade?
Yeah, it'd
A
be
lot of shifting.
discombobulated.
Yeah,
for sure.
her thing. And then
Yeah.
the focus is messed up.
A
And
lot of shifting.
when you go Rhea, Bianca, you need the focus on
Them two only.
Yeah, they
for
are
sure.
the generational feud
Those are
in the
pillars,
women's
yeah.
division that's
Pillars
going
for
to
sure.
take us forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not all muddied like that, but I do see, and also look, Liv had a year that none of us could have predicted her having, so
No, of
she's
course.
earned it.
Of course.
She's earned a
course.
WrestleMania spot, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
that's I definitely could see that going down.
Well,
And what they have built
yeah.
with Io and Rhea makes sense to put her in that mix.
Yeah,
For
exactly. But what if Rhea was the one who attacked Jade? We never thought about that, did we?
But why would she do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
'cause
would,
she don't like. She
She's
don't like.
the champion at the time.
She
I'm the world champion. I don't like this bitch. That's crazy.
Sometimes you just, maybe she looked at her crazy.
you out of control.
It's like weird motivation.
Let's get to SmackDown.
Okay.
Well, also real quick, NXT.
I want to say we
Fun-
should go back to that for a second. 'Cause-
Yeah.
You don't think I want to?
Okay, well, hold on now.
You don't think I want to talk
I'm with
NXT?
you. I got you. I
Okay.
got you covered. Because we talked about TNA cooking.
Yes.
Now, is it TNA or is it Chef Shawn Michaels?
It's definitely Chef HBK.
Yeah, because it is dog.
He in the kitchen with the pot.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I've never popped for moose.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? Not one time in my life
Yeah.
as a wrestling fan was I like, moose! And I yelled it so loud in my bedroom
Yeah.
when he showed up. And it was like, I'm with him. This has to happen. Him and Obafemi, it
Yeah.
has to happen.
And
Title for title.
the story right now is supposed to be title for title at NXT Roadblock,
Come on, man.
which Obafemi is X Division champion. Come on,
Because he's not losing.
no, there's
He
no way.
just got the NXT championship.
Yeah.
He's not losing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, WWE's coming out on top of these. These little crossovers. It ain't gonna be all
No shot. Yeah. there's
Yeah,
no shot.
no,
Whoa,
no,
you don't think
possible
the
way.
Hardys might beat Fraxium for the NXT? 'Cause
Well, that's
I
a
think
different
that'll
thing.
happen.
yeah, I would love to see the Hardys as NXT tag
Because the
champions.
Hardys are homegrown, though.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a
difference.
different thing.
Yeah,
Right? They
if
got
they
music
were-
ready for them to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they return.
Just like they had Fandango.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're like, yeah, he's not Fandango anymore. He's like, all right.
DJC. Nah, man.
100%. So, I mean, kudos. I mean, hats off to Sean, man.
It's
Like,
on fire.
we were talking on the phone this week. It's like with a lot that Triple H has on his plate.
Mhm.
Because usually wrestling bookers in the past, like Dusty Rhodes wasn't going to know like executive board meetings.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
No
mean?
shot.
Like Bill Dundee
Mm-mm.
wasn't like worried about stock prices.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has a lot on his plate, and there's been a lot of complaints like about him not maybe paying as much attention to the women's division
Yes.
Yeah.
and other little things. Is it time to give Sean a shot at booking parts of the main roster?
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be
Absolutely.
Blocker, that's for sure.
Oh, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know I love
Absolutely.
that.
Honestly, I'd give Sean SmackDown,
yeah.
cut it back down to 2 hours because
Yes.
3 hours is killing him.
Yeah.
And I would give Mickey James control over the women's division. And then I'd
been
give
watching
her
LFG.
the SmackDown women's division and Molly Holly the Raw women's division, and let Triple H be creative for Raw. And the pay-per-views,
Interesting
yeah.
pick. Speaking of interesting, man, there were a lot of interesting questions that you have from a lot of our patrons, and we will get to those in a second as we get those queued up. But in the meantime, Mark, if you wouldn't mind starting those, please. MJ Ramon, $10.
Yeah.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated. Yes, sir.
Marla Meat 2000 before the bell audience is
God.
We coming for you.
MJ with the back to back, not 09 Orton looking like Frieza.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
oh my
that.
call.
Randy Constance 999 gentle. I quit my job, so here's some change.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Another 999 from Brody Burton. Y'all got Jordan on my favorite podcast.
Is that Martin in your avatar picture?
That's crazy if it is. Me and my wife love your videos. Can't wait to meet you one day. Love to talk wrestling with you guys someday. Yeet. Martin Morrow. Man, I'm almost at the end of that. Martin Morrow means meat mania.
Yeah.
Meat mania.
Don't smile at that.
So
That's
real.
crazy.
Thank you, man.
I got so happy with
Thank you, Brody.
Go ahead,
Thank
Mark. Terrell D, $10. Thank you.
Yeah.
All love to see T. Look forward to a comedy special so I can be front row like a referee with a whistle. It's official. Also, anyone notice Burns look like a Simpsons character? Bart Burns, anyone? Let me tell you something before Burns responds.
Okay.
I don't think you wanted to do that, Terrell. Burns is the type of dude that will find your profile picture somewhere and demolish you like a mad scientist, man.
Listen, man.
Be
Terrell,
prepared.
I appreciate the support, man. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Now, if there happens to be a Christmas list next week, pointing out all your flaws.
Oh,
wow.
We need that list.
We'll get there.
Let's talk about meeting you Monday Night Netflix.
Yes.
On Raw.
Yes.
That was, let me tell you why it was big. We all there as wrestling fans. And we all look like, man, who's on the carpet? Who's on the... And we look over. We're like, hey, yo, that's Jordan, bro. And Martin was not around because Martin was over wandering
Can we
off.
tell you this? Every single time we had business to attend to at that thing, this dude was just in the ether somewhere.
And good for
Man.
you. Good for you.
Here's the thing.
Martin, damn, Martin.
I was conducting other business. That's how we got Joaquin Wild.
But you
There's-
already knew him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
friend.
haven't talked to him in like 8 years. It was
But you would talk to him. We'd go elsewhere. You'd be gone, and
Yeah.
we'd be back with him.
you guys would be really mad at Bruce Wayne. Let me tell you. All right. Sometimes you gotta walk away to save the day. All right.
Speaking
I'ma be
of
back.
Tagline.
walking, as we saw you, man, I lit up, and I'm going to tell you why, man. First time meeting you was there.
Yeah.
Watching your journey online has been amazing. Like, I'm one of those people who genuinely get happy for people.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you,
in
man.
general.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you when I blew up, like I blew a gasket, be like, what? When I saw you do a video with Donald Glover. Now, you know, I'm a Childish Gambino guy.
man.
Yeah.
That's my guy,
for
top
real.
5
Oh,
dead
yeah,
or alive.
cool.
When I saw you do it, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa. Now, how was this for you guys? When you guys first met, what was that like for you? Or and how did it even happen?
Man,
Did you guys do the Spider-Man pose? And
you know, almost. Well, here's the thing: is I've been told I look like that man since I was in high school. So at first I was like, no, I don't. I just refused to believe it. And then it was at the BET Awards. I remember I was where I was not supposed to be. Apparently, the seat that I sat in, I was not supposed to be in that seat. And I didn't know that until I was in the seat. But I walk over and I'm trying to get to that seat, and me and Donald literally bump into each other. And we look, and before I can say anything, Donald goes, "People say that we look alike." And I was like, I have an idea if you want to do it. And he's like, yeah, sure. And so we exchanged information. And then I literally, probably a week later, I went on over to New York, and we were filming this thing out. And the thing was, me and Donald, we talked for probably, I'd say, an hour and a half, 2 hours before we even got anything filmed out. Like, he's just such a good dude. Him and his team, they're incredibly kind. They're incredibly sweet to me and my people, and that means the world to me. And I mean, it was so I felt so familiar with him by the time we got it filmed and we left. Because then he was like, "Oh, how long is this going to take before it goes out?" I'm like, "Probably 5 minutes." I don't edit much at all. Like, we get it in, we get it out. So we literally, I'm about to post it, and because we were talking so long, and he was such a low maintenance dude that. If in my brain, I'm just like, oh, it's like if I posted like a buddy of mine, I'm like, all right, cool, it's just a little video. I forgot he was Donald Glover, like the big, you know what I'm saying? I forgot that. So by the time I posted it, my phone is just going crazy. They're talking about Donald, they're freaking out. And I was like, oh yeah. And so by the time I saw Donald later that night, because he had a little get together, later that night, he was like, I did not expect that to go as big as it did. I'm like, not gonna lie to you, I didn't like it got bigger than I thought just in that one evening. And from there, I mean, we just, been talking with each other, and he's just a really sweet guy. He really is.
Dude, that's amazing, bro.
Thank you, man.
He introduced me
Thank
to Quincy Jones.
Did he?
Are you serious?
I met him, and my boy Byron Bowers. I'll tell you after the show.
Oh,
Anyway,
sure.
Wait till Martin meets Miguel Nunez. It's about to go viral. Do you
All they're gonna do is this. They're gonna look at each other instead of pointing. They're gonna be like,
Wow.
Wow.
That is not the pivot I was expecting there. I'm glad I have these sunglasses on so you can't see my tears.
You rat bastard. Let's speed through this things that happened on SmackDown so we can get to the moment we want to talk about. Mello don't Miz. I don't hate it.
It's a fun team.
That is it's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect for both where they both are at right now on the roster, for their personalities. Yep. It makes so much sense.
And you know Miz is gonna get him over. Miz gets everybody over, bro. Yeah. Bianca and Naomi are dropping them tag titles on Raw.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's happening. Immediately.
Yes.
Okay. It's time.
It's time?
It's time.
It's time?
The Rock pulled up in that pickup truck like 1999 Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Final boss.
That's real final boss stuff right
We
there.
expected to believe he just drove that to the like he was just on the freeway like that
In New Orleans?
Yeah.
No
for sure.
shirt on, vest.
Could you imagine seeing that?
Boy.
Is that Dwayne?
He had
I
to
know,
stop at the gas
man.
station and he just
I know that vest
Ready.
is ripe, boy.
Yeah,
I
you know what I mean?
that
Oh,
man.
dude.
Mhm.
he can't stop sweating.
Not at all.
He cannot.
Not at all.
Have you met The Rock yet?
Yes, we met in passing, very brief, nothing crazy. We've been trying to get something to work, but look, Dwayne is a busy man. That man is every minute is accounted for. So I don't know when we will actually meet up, but it's I was able to see him a couple. We were at the Golden Globes, and he passed right in front of me. He's a towering human being. I'm like, oh, that's definitely Dwayne. But no, we haven't met just yet. Hopefully soon. But yeah, have you guys met him? I'm assuming.
No, I haven't not yet.
Not even met him. No. I've been amongst him.
Gotcha.
Different periods of time.
Gotcha.
Do you plan to do like more like wrestling content on some of your socials?
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I'm definitely open to it. I think like with everything, man, like with WWE and what have you. What was that? Oh, hey, look, I'll come back. Y'all have me back, man. Like I'm telling
definitely.
you, but I mean, of course, like with WWE or like even with the Lakers when we did stuff for the Doncic thing, like, I mean, I'm absolutely open to it. You know, I have such a love for both things, and I'm definitely willing to make some stuff work for sure, especially wrestling. I've been bugging WWE for a minute, like DMing, like, yo, let's do something. Let's do something going. And, so
if you could have one position, let's say Triple H says, "Hey, Jordan, we want you at WrestleMania. You get to pick what to do, be it backstage, be it interviews, be it a referee, be it in a match. What would be your choice?"
Oh, color commentary, man. Let me get up there. Let me get next to Michael Cole and see if I can add a little something to it. If I can, or honestly, I'll even, like you said, backstage interviews. I'll try that out too. I'll try to make it work as much as I can, man. I love that.
Anything better than Peter Rosenberg.
Wow.
That's a deep cut, not the hard look in the camera.
He's got beef with Rosenberg.
What did Rosenberg do to you? What happened?
The whole thing.
We'll tell you on after show.
I explained it on Patreon one time.
Okay, well, I'm here for that.
Speaking of mother, I got another gripe.
Oh, let's hear it.
Ooh.
All right, man.
Well, can I tell y'all?
Please.
I missed y'all, man.
Miss
I miss you
You know
too,
what I mean?
CT.
All right, go
Good to be
ahead.
back.
It's good to be back.
So everybody understands.
You know your stuff.
Deep cut.
So
Nice straight. That was a good straight.
If he had his glasses on, I would take his glasses off and throw them at you.
But anyway,
Yes.
you know, everybody knows, they know my long standing relationship with Bailey. You know what I mean? We've gone through it. But mostly good. You know what I mean? Our relationship has been strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right, of course, man.
And there's a dude who came to NXT.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about this yet.
We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
He got it on screen at the
Whatever
perfect
was just
time.
on there, that was diabolical. Whatever that screen was, that was diabolical work right there. That man, look, who needs enemies when you got him right there? Guys are
Mark
wild.
is he's the villain of the show. Keep going, man.
Anyway, so he debuted on NXT.
Yeah.
You gonna say his name?
And
or?
Bailey,
No, okay.
she
Mm.
went on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
and she was watching
Yeah.
and she commented
Mm-hmm.
like on his like his chest.
Mm.
Oh.
And she seemed-
She mentioned his nipples, if I remember
She
correctly.
seemed,
Yeah.
excited about it.
Oh, you're
Right.
very excited.
Yeah.
Of course, the areolas.
I'm not sure You know what I mean?
It's disrespectful.
You somebody who's been in a serious relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react. You know, his name's what was his name?
Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, what they call
Is
him.
what they
They
call him.
call that boy Pretty Ricky.
He got that
now.
NXT contract, got him a new little earring in.
Yeah.
The left ear.
Absolutely. So I feel disrespected.
Mhm.
What should I do about it?
Can I?
You got to go nipples for nipples. You got to go chest for chest. You got to, you know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying? You gotta-
send Bailey a text of your nipples, bro.
I don't know
On
if that's
IG.
gonna go right.
No, it'd be fine.
It's gonna go well.
Unsolicited with no
Yeah.
context at all.
Full face in it.
Well, have the face in it
Big
for verification. That's you, yeah.
Smile is insane.
Yeah.
Can I recommend something for Chris's list?
Oh, interesting.
I just want to recommend
Yeah.
biggest heartbreaks that we've had of women wrestlers
Oh.
that when we found out they were in a relationship, our hearts were broken.
Oh,
See,
man.
I just wanted to recommend that.
I like that.
Okay.
We can do that.
Okay.
We can't do it today.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
why?
just pitching.
But see, it's perfect timing that you said that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's time for this segment that's sweeping the nation.
Where is my broom?
We
And
gotta
my mop.
What?
Mops don't sweep.
Yeah, but it,
No,
they
you're on
clean-
timeout. You're on timeout. Put your glasses back on.
No. He's
Oh,
trying
no.
his best to be part of
He
it.
said,
Yeah.
he said, and my mop. That man was he had that cooking. He said, I'm about to get him tonight
Yeah.
with my mop. I respect it. I respect it.
hate
This
that.
is wild.
I hate
This
that.
is crazy.
I absolutely
What
hate
is
that.
this?
You're out of control.
That
This
doesn't
is-
look like milk.
That's-
Oh,
Get it off of the screen.
get it out of here, Mark.
Oh,
Good
Lord.
Lord.
I hate everything about that.
That's
You are diabolical.
Man.
Head's so little.
Yeah.
Man.
Swimming in white substance. It was horrible.
Oh no.
And why was I the white one?
Oh,
Why was I
gosh.
Arnold?
I don't know.
And that's
'Cause
so
I'm dark. I'm
that is
darker. You always say that.
You are. I say it as though it's not true. You got eyes. Take those sunglasses off.
God
You can
bless.
see
You
shit.
just told me to put the
Take
sunglasses
them off
on.
again.
I don't know, now I don't want to.
Anyway,
Yep.
it's the time for the segment that's sweeping the nation. It's time for another Chris's list.
You just made the list.
And do we gotta?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the edit you
Oh,
see
beautiful.
what it is.
Okay,
It's all
okay,
fixed.
awesome,
Yeah,
great,
yeah,
great,
yeah.
great.
It's
This is
definitely
great. I
working.
saw it.
So I'm
I
taking this Chris's list
Mm-hmm.
to introduce something very important. Now, you know, as Jordan, you're here. It's a special occasion.
Extremely
We
special.
know a lot of people will be watching the show, so we wanted to make a special announcement.
Yeah, for sure.
All you patrons out there who've been looking for more opportunities to engage with us, to, you know, compete maybe even with us.
Mm.
Because every time that there's a PLE, we kind of give our picks and our opinions of what we think is going to happen.
Mhm.
But that didn't feel like enough.
Mm.
That didn't feel like enough. It felt like we needed stakes.
Okay.
It felt like we needed a championship.
Oh
Ah.
my goodness.
It felt like we needed the B4B PC.
Okay.
Yeah, title. That's what
Okay.
we needed.
Mhm.
I love it.
Rolls off the tongue.
This is the first ever predictions contest championship belt that we can compete for and guests can compete for. If you
Okay.
make your way on the couch, you can compete for the title.
Let's do
but
it.
patrons,
Okay.
we're going to start ourselves a predictions league.
Mhm.
So you put in your predictions for every PLE. Whoever gets the most wins at the end of whatever we dub a season is gets a prize from your Before the Bell family.
I love it.
How about that?
I
The
love
first
that,
thing we
yeah.
got to do is get a better title. That's
Listen,
number one.
I mean, we're on a budget.
We are.
Thanks for the super
I'll
chat.
tell you what. I'll chip in and make sure we can get the winner a real title. Actually, a big one. We'll get you a big gold. I'll chip
this
in
is
for
why
that.
we
For
That's
sure.
huge.
For
sure, for sure.
He's a man of
Let's
the
do it.
people.
This
Let's
guy's
do
the
it.
best, man.
He is the
Let's do
best.
it. Let's do it. We
Man.
have to.
I almost forgot to turn the cameras on because we were having so much fun
Yeah,
talking to
100%.
him before the show started.
So the Chris's list
yes.
is what is your favorite? Favorite championship. Now, what this could mean, I don't mean design.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean like when Ric Flair had the WWF championship in 92, when John Cena was the US champion. What title belt did you have to see every time that it showed up? During what era, what run?
You going first, Jordan? I need a second.
Man, oh my god!
Actually,
I think the Marxism is ready to.
You go.
speak.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
My number one is easy, bro. Crash Holly Hardcore Championship run.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
not bad at all.
He literally defended that title everywhere.
Yeah.
Airports, fun zones. Bro went crazy. Like people
He
were
was
like,
a
what?
ball pit at one
Ball
point.
pit,
Like,
bro.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Everybody was. There was always must see TV when Crash Holly
Yeah.
had the hardcore title.
Rest in peace. I love Crash Holly, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Big fan.
That was the first wrestler I ever met.
Do you like that better than Truth's run as a 24/7 champ?
Yes, because Truth is just all roll ups. Crash Holly
Yeah.
was actually doing work.
Facts.
My man did a Hurricane Rana in a ball pit. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's
He went down a
crazy.
slide with the cameraman.
Right.
Mm.
Loves it. You got something yet, see?
I'm gonna say.
Woo.
No, not yet. Go ahead, Jordan.
Man, okay, that's a tough one. I have to give the most amount of respect to. I mean, I know it's probably the most popular one, but I'd say the Edge Spinner Belt WWE Championship run. I think.
Okay.
I would say just
Rated
because
R
again, like,
Superstar original
yeah,
run.
because I would say it was the level of like, especially with WWE storytelling, the level of like sleaziness, level of like you just got to be a just a rat of a person to like to be able to keep it, maintain it, to preserve it, have people hate you so much, but not be able to just get that title off you. With honorable mention to JBL during his title run with Cena, because that was also crazy. So yeah, I'd say that.
I'm gonna give you the greatest cash in of all time. Dolph Ziggler on Alberto Del Rio.
Man, the buzz, that whole building was buzzing,
It was
bro.
crazy.
And the fake out they had for him too, where they thought Dolph was going to get it, was crazy. That storytelling was awesome.
So that for me was massive, and then to be followed up with, and you know I'm a big Ziggler guy,
Of course.
to be followed up with his win at SummerSlam against The Miz for the IC title.
Oh, dude,
that
that
was
promo he
major.
cut, that promo Dolph cut, but chills every time I think about it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Nick, man. Those are mine. What's yours?
Probably Rob Van Dam with the ECW television title.
Interesting.
He made it more important than the World Championship. Like kind of what they're trying to do with Mercedes Moné and AEW, where it's like, yeah, look at this TBS, but it's like, yeah, Tony Storm way more important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like every RVD match during that era was just unbelievable.
The whole damn show.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'd honestly close second Roman Reigns with this last run. Like everyone got elevated to some extent from that, right? Even the guys that left right after.
What is
That was a pregnant exhale.
Either you got elevated or you exited, right? Like Cesaro gone, but guess what? Jey Uso, he's where he's at now because of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu wouldn't that even be on a roster if it wasn't for that run?
Facts.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let y'all. Yeah, you good.
No,
I know we might be cover time. We're good. Look, man. Look.
Okay, yeah.
Look, man.
Y'all not gonna like this, but
This Roman Reigns title run, the longest, what have you.
Yeah.
Like I was watching it. I was watching it the entire time, where like the whole run from start to finish, and his change from the big dog to tribal chief and all that. Now, mind you, him as a person is Joe, right? An unreal amount of respect that he's gained from everybody, from again the hard work that he's been putting in towards that run. Like that will always be the case. But the character Roman as a title holder, like, I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, like with everything, like with time adds importance, with time adds significance, and you bring somebody in and that level of prestigeness will then rub off on you, absolutely. But you can do that with a handful of people, not just Roman. So I think with the Roman title run, with what we got, they sacrificed a lot of what we could have, and I don't know if I'm okay with what we sacrificed for what we got. I do respect the fact that it did put Roman at a level, at a historic level that, I mean, sure, he deserved, why not, what have you. But I mean, I think there's a lot more you could have done and didn't do, in my opinion.
Here's the thing, and we're gonna get to these super chats right after I say this sentence. The people that you would have put in that place, not for the length of that run,
Of course.
but that run, just like what Cody did by beating him,
Right.
reset the universe. when you had Roman hold the title, this is during the pandemic, this is after the pandemic. Now the title means something again, as opposed to flip-flopping like it had been.
Well, but that's the thing though. Not even saying it flip-flops per se. Not even saying it changes hands so many times. But yes, by adding so much time, it adds significance to it and restarts it or resets it, what have you. But we have to look back and realize what was done that made it need to be reset in the first place and compare that. Again, if we have more time, I'd love to dive deeper into it. But again, I remember I've had my gripes with who gets what and what have you. And I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like what Roman's doing now. I love the fact everyone's like, love it. That's great. That's awesome. Definitely more stuff that I would definitely.
Which is wild because Roman's Mania direction feels unclear.
Very.
He's not in the
incredibly
chamber.
unclear.
But that's the thing about Triple H.
Yeah.
And I read this earlier today and I couldn't have agreed more. We're all complaining, not us, because we don't really do that as a podcast, but it's like as wrestling fans, we're all complaining about, oh, Jey Uso this, and look at these people in Mania and this and that. But this is the only Mania where we have not known what's going to happen compared to WrestleMania 27.
Everybody knows.
Where you saw it coming 8 miles away. Go ahead, Mark. We would like to thank Keith Williams, $9.99. Go ahead, Burns. You take him over, man.
I was kind of upset with the Good Brothers release because I wanted Bloodline versus Bullet Club.
I'll fight you in the street.
Must be, look, you were a latchkey kid, eh? Because you.
Goodness gracious.
I can see Bullet Club versus Judgment Day at least. I don't know about the Bloodline.
Okay, no. Bullet Club never worked in the United States.
The club,
other than in Ring of Honor. It doesn't even work in AEW.
Yeah,
the problem the quick thing about Bullet Club. In Japan, there's a reason they existed.
Yeah.
They were the non-Japanese wrestlers who brought the US wrestling, cheating and foreign objects and things into New Japan.
Yeah.
Everyone does that in the United States. So Bullet Club didn't have a purpose here. And so it never made sense. It just never worked. It's like, oh, great, we too sweet and everything. I get it, but nah.
Yeah.
Kim Gilmore, $10. Thank you.
Hey.
Go ahead, Martin.
Says, listen, I'm gonna keep my cool today. I got into it on the Zoom. I can't get into it on the Zoom call if y'all are interested. But Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock, has pissed me off for the last time.
Oh,
I feel you, Kim. Don't worry about that.
Darth Saint, $9.99.
Yeah. Says, first time, long time. Shout out to y'all and the Ringers. I would like to give the first ladies of the Bell, Kim, Dave, Big Bad, for keeping us in line in the Discord.
Absolutely.
Love. Yes,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for that work you've been doing in the Discord.
Grant, $9.99.
Says, just wanted to say, in case I missed it, Chris, that shirt is fire, Unk.
Unk is wild, man.
Chris.
You get the Unk is wild, man.
Deuce Big Below.
Yeah.
Deuce Big Below.
Wait. You see what happened there?
Yes.
Martin trying to look at me like the title had been passed.
That's what.
Okay, and then all he was missing was the two arrows.
Boy.
And it's like, come on, bro, we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know.
We're collectively Unk.
No, we are not.
We're UNC.
Nah.
So we
Just
are.
like the meat train or whatever.
The meat train is crazy. That's not what I said. We're Marlon Meat.
Meat train.
We are
Not the Marlon meat.
Everyone in this room, we're a team of meat.
I won't even let you finish.
All right.
Chris's list on the worst gimmicks ever. My vote is Nick Flair,
Oh, yeah.
Hakeem,
Oh, no.
the American Dream, Dink, Eugene, and Maximum Male Models. Definitely them.
One day, absolutely.
Woo, Christopher, $10.
Thank you.
Is that me?
Cena beats Rhodes for number 17.
Nope.
Truth retires Cena for number 1.
Whoa.
Rhodes finally with Final Boss beats Truth for number 2. Rhodes Final Boss versus Reigns Wise Man 3. CM Punk cashes in Money in the Bank to win Triple Threat. You're never getting hired by WWE. I appreciate everything you just did, but
Somebody got that advanced copy of WWE 2K25.
Oh no.
My GM
that
mode.
was crazy.
MJ Ramon.
Says the invitation from the Final Boss to Cody was Sedidios. Sounds like Cody got that white party invitation from Hollywood Dwayne.
Oh, my Lord have mercy.
my
You
goodness.
saying he invited him to the freak off?
Thank you, Connor Ward.
Oh
Nah.
man.
Terrell D, $10. All love from me, Burns. Appreciate you and support the Bailey to get back on the
Oh, see
team.
somebody back.
You remember.
Yeah.
And that's the point. That's how petty he is.
I love you, Terrell. I really
Tyrone
do.
Head at $9.99. Thank
Oh
you.
no.
Chris is about to be like the dude who called Steve Smith about smashing his wife. Leave Ricky alone, Chris. Him hurt bad now. LOL.
Wow.
Hey, bro. Yeah,
Oh,
Ricky.
man.
Dark Saint 74 $9.99. I peeped R-Truth imitating Cena in his last match. Does R-Truth believe it is Caucasian History Month, aka WHM?
Wow.
Well, remember Cena is R-Truth's
Randy Constance,
favorite wrestler, yeah.
Go ahead, Martin.
Demo Kitten Z89 to 999 says, we're going to need a lot more super chats if y'all using that belt.
Marcus Adair, thank you for 19
called
dollars.
marketing.
There you go.
Woo, that belt is for shame. Now, The Rock said something that made me say, hey, yo, first of all, I've never seen somebody jump back and forth from heel to babyface more than Big Show. That was crazy.
In one go. Actually.
I was like, what is happening here?
Maybe he thinks that The Rock is a heel and Dwayne Johnson is a babyface?
Yeah.
And feels as
Split
though
personality.
it don't need to be consistent.
That was wild.
When he's on camera, it was out of control. And when's the last time you let a man just kind of touch your face ever so gently? To
Caressed him. That was a caress.
Oh my god.
I was uncomfortable.
That's right. Please do not touch my face.
Yeah.
Please do not touch my face.
Yeah.
I think it was more upsetting that Cody wasn't like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I felt like you. It was like, okay, please back up.
Two steps away from me, please.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm begging you. Yeah, no, well, okay. Here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
With Dwayne, and this is the part where it's rough. Because again, like you said, everybody wants to give Cena a lot of flack for being a superstar, go film movies, come back, bounce and forth, part time, what have you. Roman, I think, obviously for other reasons outside of Hollywood stuff, we're going back and forth. With Dwayne, the thing is, him being The Rock and being in that universe of The Rock for WWE, it's a playground. He could do whatever he wants. He could be hated. But I think when it comes to Dwayne, outside of that, Dwayne is so universally loved, or Monster make sure like so universally loved. I think that then probably makes it murky in the WWE realm at first, where he's like, I'm The Rock, but I'm also Dwayne. What's going on? But I'm also The Rock, and I hate you. But also, like, did you guys see the new Moana? Like, it's a really hard.
$1 billion, thank you.
You feel me? It's a really hard. Yeah, $1 billion. It's a hard balance. But I think it's nice to see him still do this, but also like you have to understand, like he's getting up there, man. You know what I mean? So him being prime time Rock and keeping things consistent might be a bit tough.
Well, I when he was on the press conference talking about storylines that don't need to end in a match.
That was
like,
crazy.
what?
I was like, well, no.
That's wild.
That's not how this works.
This
at
next
all.
WrestleMania will only
actually.
be segments.
Yeah.
Man, it felt like he lost me even further when he said the soul part, only because make me wonder what you mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't tell me outright, this is what I want. Now you have a week to decide. Then it's like, now my thought is, okay, we know how Cody's going to react.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as easy as everybody thinks. It's not about to be Cody turning heel that fast.
Right.
So my question is, who's going to be the champion that The Rock backs when Cody says no?
Can I give you my theory?
Please.
Yes, I think Cena wins Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
We get to WrestleMania. Cena, Cody, Rock comes out. He maybe referees down, whatever. He hands the chair to Cody. Cody's like, no, I'm not doing that. Then Cena is the one who turns. Cena's already gone Hollywood. Cena and Rock have already shaken hands. Cena is the new corporate champion. Cena sells his soul. We get the definitive John Cena heel run as champion. And we get a new corporation, baby.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You on your way. You the next Lenny Bruce. Yo, I've been saying that Cena's going to be heel, and that promo he cut.
You guys think he's going to?
You disagree? Why?
Look, man, I don't know. I Cena, obviously, this is his retirement tour. He's about to wrap it up, man. He's been for years. He's talked about how obviously going heel would be the most profitable thing in the world. But back when Cena was on top, I think at this point, I think Cena might want to end things being a full face the entire time. I just don't see him doing it this late in the game. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I think he could go back to being face he still has a year, right? He could be a baby face come November, December, because I would have this corporation be The Rock, Cena, Logan Paul, maybe DIY, whatever, whoever you need to like elevate.
Lost CT right at the end there.
And then like one other person, and that being our new corporation.
You make a lot of sense. Like that whole Hollywood Connect thing makes so much sense.
Beautiful.
I didn't even consider that.
Me neither.
Here's what I know, and I can't say how I know. Cena and The Rock don't love each other's company.
Of course.
They don't love having to work together.
No shot.
So I mean, in this, it's probably more of an ego thing. It's like Cena's in movies, Rock's in movies, whatever. But
and the best out of the three is Dwayne. Or sorry, it's Dave. It's
right.
Dave. It's Dave.
Comes
Sorry.
back to your boy.
It comes back to my boy David Bautista. Best.
But there is another big star who has history with The Rock, who has made it very clear.
Speak on it.
That his main thing is to main event WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, come on.
And has never cared about having to be the bad guy at any given time.
Come on, come
and
on.
that's Phil Brooks.
There we go, baby.
I'm not mad at
Punk,
that.
baby.
Yeah, what if the favor from Paul Heyman was just giving him The Rock's number?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, I saw
Well,
The Rock change his number. Could you think you can give that to me, Paul?
But that's the thing. We keep assuming that his favor has something to do with Roman. It's Paul Heyman who owes him the favor.
Right.
Paul Heyman's connected to the family.
That's true.
It all fits.
It does all fit.
You know what I'm saying?
And Punk has no problem going heel, like you said.
Absolutely.
Not at
And
all,
remember, his
man.
whole thing was Dwayne gets to come back and take the main event, and that started their whole problem. You know what I mean?
But this also by The Rock saying everything doesn't have to culminate in a match gets us from thinking he's going to participate physically at a match at Mania, which would take somebody's spot.
Sure.
So he's still going to be involved, but not fully. We're almost at 500 people in live viewers. Thank you guys.
Whoa.
That is massive, man. We so appreciate you guys.
So you saying Rock wants that paycheck,
Oh,
but
yeah,
don't want to WrestleMania?
Yo, you don't want to
Let me get that WrestleMania
You're not trying to,
payday, but
you're
I
not
don't
trying to
pay
get
no
dragged. No,
bucks for all that.
hell no. You heard him talk about that story. He was talking to that college about when he had that match with Cena coming back,
Yeah.
and like he like separated something in his abdomen or like hurt something in his abs, like 3 bumps in. Like, so I don't think he wants to do that no more, man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The Rock saying that Cody, he always wanted a brother as already having a brother. is
Yeah.
crazy.
How about
Wild work. Wild work.
You just hear from
Absolutely
the
insane.
crowd, hey! Dude looks
That's
just
crazy.
like The Rock's
That's
in there.
crazy.
Yo!
Right, man.
He's like a very skinny Rock.
Yeah.
Just a dude with a big forehead. Come on, Dwayne.
No.
But
Dwayne, what you mean?
That's
He
crazy.
said that. And for him to say that they're friends, I don't know how y'all feel. I'm never gonna be friends with somebody who whooped me in front of my mama.
Oh,
No,
would you
bleed
with a
in front of
belt?
your-
With a belt in
Yeah.
front. No,
Ain't no
bro.
way, boy.
And if he keeps referencing my mother, Mama Rhodes, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Please stop doing that. That's crazy to me. I'm sorry.
You can say Mrs.
You say
Yeah.
Mrs. Rhodes, that makes you sad of Mama Rhodes. Stop saying it like that, man.
Makes
You
everyone
just met her.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
So I will say this. Let me ask you this, man. Who are some of the WWE legends or Hall of Famers or wrestlers that you've met that you've been like, wow, that was such a great meeting?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When it comes to WWE, it's been a very rare few. I mean, even when we all saw each other, meeting Shawn was awesome.
Woo!
Never thought in a million billion years I'd shake Shawn Michaels' hand. So that was cool.
I heard he think he cute.
And he thinks
we
he's
know
sexy.
he's sexy.
Right.
He's got the looks.
The drive, girls. Wow.
But no, man, outside of Shawn, like meeting Seth was really cool. And honestly, but between them and I met John, but that was really brief. It was back when he did Lottery Ticket with Aquafina. So it wasn't
Oh,
necessarily
nice.
a WWE setting.
Yeah.
But those are really the only 3 wrestlers I've actually met. I haven't met any.
No
others.
way.
Yeah, dead serious.
Even that day?
That day, barely any, really. It was mainly
wow.
just,
What?
it was Shawn and Ray,
Yeah,
and those are the 2, and that was about it.
Let me tell you something, man. Because we went to the pre-event for Netflix.
Yeah, the press event.
Yeah, it was a press event.
Yeah.
When I met Cody,
Oh, man.
you talking about joy?
Man.
He turned into a 9-year-old.
Yeah,
We
it
saw-
was
Well,
crazy
because
to
then
see.
it takes
Yeah.
you back. Until we talk about it, dude, I'm going to tell you. At this point, we talked about it. I met every other celebrity I never thought I'd meet in my life. Right? I met Beyonce. Never thought I'd meet her. Cool. All right. But the minute I got to the WWE event, and I see wrestlers that I saw when I was, oh my gosh,
Different thing, yeah.
I was taken aback. It was insane. It was insane. So I
It
get
feels
you. I
crazy,
feel you.
man. I love Cody Rhodes, man. Go
Oh
for
my
it.
gosh.
So yeah, we have our Zoom call in a second. So I don't know if we want to do that now. How do you want to do this?
Ask the questions for here.
There's
now.
a lot of questions. So I'm saying if we also have the Raw.
Let's
so,
ask. Yeah, we do have.
Yeah,
it.
so I'm
Let's
saying,
ask
yeah.
like 3 questions from the patrons for
All
you
right.
and Jordan. Then we go to the Zoom and the after show, then the Zoom.
Yeah.
Right.
might be tight. We might have to do the after show as the Zoom, is what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
smart.
Yeah. So we have some questions from our patrons for you that we're going to get into now. From Rome Neighbors, is there a gimmick, star, or angle that you initially didn't like, but later it wasn't as bad?
Romans, man. I did not like the tribal chief at all when I first. I'm like, what are we doing? When I first saw it, I'm like, I can't get into this. And Paul Heyman, obviously, like at first I thought like, hey, just get into Paul, man. I don't know if this is really gonna go. And then right when it started picking up, now you see me at this, I'm like, so they got me. They got me with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. JW by Design says, "Hey Jordan, big fan. How do you feel about Jacob Fatu? And would you buy a Yada Ramin shirt?"
Yada Ramin.
That's crazy. I definitely wouldn't buy a shirt, but I dig what he's doing. I really know. Again, I dig what he's doing. I think he's bringing like that. It's a raw intensity that you haven't seen in a while. Honestly, since I would say Orton, you bring like something that's just you don't know what he's gonna do, and that's something that's very interesting to me. When I'm watching on TV, I have no clue what he's gonna do. I have no idea what's happening next. I haven't felt that way since watching Orton, so I like him.
Yeah. Dynamite 2818 says, "How's it going, Jordan?"
You know,
all right. And then he says, "Who's your
answer?"
No, that was the answer.
That was the answer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He said, "Who's your Rushmore of wrestling? Love your videos, especially you and Method Man."
Thanks, man. I'm gonna see Matt this week, hopefully. So because he just won his war, he won his NCAA
Yeah,
people.
man.
Sure.
Mount Rushmore, that's 5 people, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Four.
Okay, even better. Okay, my Mount Rushmore, I'll make it real quick. Oh man. Okay. Let's hear. I gotta do Punk. I gotta put Punk up there for again. These are people who not only disrupted but really shifted what wrestling was and was going to be into the future stuff. And for myself, my own Rushmore, I know you pay attention to the greats. I love the greats. Gotta do Shawn. I gotta do Punk. Gotta do Bret. I love Bret Hart for sure. And the fourth one, all right, I'll throw him up. I'll throw him up there out of pure respect, Rey Mysterio. I have to. Like, he's been through too much to not put him on a Rushmore.
Friend of the
Greatest luchador of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
We'll do 2 more from Jeff Riggins. Can you tell us the story of how you met Method Man?
Yeah, I originally did a video with Kevin Hart. It was my first ever time doing anything with a celebrity. And when I went to do stuff with Kevin, they had me write out 7 different concepts and scripts for him before even meeting him. He picked one. I then had to really divulge into it. We did the thing. We filmed it together. That was my first time I ever got to like do anything and have it actually work out. People dug it. And so I watched, first time, I never watched it before. I know I'm going to give heat for this, but I never watched Soul Plane before in its entirety. So I watched it.
Yeah, you should not get heat for that.
I got a lot of heat for that one. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I watched Soul Plane for the first time ever last year, and I didn't know Meth was in it. I was like, yo, Method's in this? And I loved his comedic timing. So I'm like, you know what? I DM'd him, just a straight up DM. We don't even follow each other. I said, I got a great idea. I'd love for you to do it. I was eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. By the time I left, I got a response. He's like, let's do it. And he just didn't even, he had no idea who I was really and what I did or what was going on. He just trusted it. And then from there, we've been gone ever since.
Which Roscoe's?
I used to go off one off Pico.
There
and
you go.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
All right,
you don't
keep
want
going.
the other one. They kill people. Kim Gilmore. What am I wrong?
Please.
All right, Kim Gilmore says, "Jordan, you
Why did you? You saw an exclamation point. You went for it. Huh?
3 exclamation points."
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
Gotcha.
Huge fan. How did it feel to be in attendance for the first Raw on Netflix? And who do you want to see win the Chamber?
Ooh, chills when I went to the
Love
first
Kim.
Raw. Oh my gosh, chills when I went to the first Raw on Netflix. It was crazy. I never experienced anything like that. Being that close to the ring, the fireworks, all of it. Would love to go back, of course. Who I would love to see win the Chamber. I want to see Cena win, man. Cena's in the Chamber, if I'm correct.
Cena
right?
is in the Chamber.
I want to see Cena win. I know he's old, but I want to see him win.
He's
For
not
me,
old.
You want the biggest match possible.
You do.
You want it.
Cena involved is where
Cena
it's at.
Cody, man. I'm telling you.
Have to.
All right,
So this we'll do, man. We will do the after show Zoom.
should we finish read these last?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so a
absolutely.
few more super chats.
Go for it, Mark. Legendary Yobi, $10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're not gonna mention how The Rock came out to a remix version of his intro song with Lil Wayne's "The Block Is Hot." He showed mad love to Nola. It was fire. Let me tell you something. This has been the blackest month in wrestling WWE and The Rock have ever given us. You
Yeah.
understand me? Because I can't even say he did that in the nation.
Right.
He's been
No.
so black.
Well, they didn't
this
have the
month.
budget for that. In
Well, even in the
1997.
nation, he was like, "It ain't a race thing. It ain't a color thing." I'm like, "No."
Yeah, it's
Yes,
specific.
it is.
Owen, come in here. Owen,
Hold on.
Owen, get in here.
Yeah.
Deuce Big below $10. Cody should have yelled, "Indeed, an adult."
I need an adult.
Oh, that's what I was like. I was thrown off by that. MJ Ramon, $10.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mark.
Nah, I think this is going to further the Cody versus Punk angle. Remember, Punk never got resolution with The Rock. Exactly.
True.
Lioness for $10.
Says, hey guys, big fan, love all that y'all do. Since Jordan left his glasses home, allow me to cook. I think Usos should both leave with belts and Truth Cena in with the tag belts.
I was with you until you said Cena and Truth.
As tag team champions.
Yeah.
I was. Jimmy Uso should win the US title. I'm just saying.
Red De Niro, $9.99.
Says, yo, what's up, CT? Used to watch you on All Deaf. Glad to see you doing good. Now I got to get back into wrestling so I can stay in the loop.
Hey, appreciate that, Red De Niro. Let me tell you something, man. I'm doing better than good. I get a chance to talk about wrestling with my friends. The Javi Ramon. Raymond, $9.99. Shout out to one of the best podcasts, actually, not one of. You guys make me love wrestling more every day. And big shout out to the Biscuit the Milkman.
Biscuit the Milkman. God bless.
Woo, that turned, boy. Go to the next
rapper
one.
from Milwaukee.
Biscuit the Milkman. New nickname alert for Martin. Biscuit the Milkman.
Sleep in the nation.
Where's my broom? And his mop. All right. Is that everybody, Mark?
Yeah.
I hate that that's the last super chat.
Love that.
You know.
How can people find you? What do you have coming up that you want to tell the people, Jordan?
Oh my gosh, man!
The glasses.
He got the glasses on.
I had to sneak them on. Most of the things I got coming up, man, I'm gonna let it rock before I say nothing. But if you guys want to follow me, I'm Jordan Howlett or Jordan the Stallion on all platforms. And yeah, man, I appreciate the people who've been watching. And I'm gonna keep staying tapped in, man. I wanted to for sure come back here. Y'all are a good time.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. You are welcome back here anytime. If you like, hey, I'm gonna be in town, just come through. We got so much more to talk about. But in general,
I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't doing the outros. We got to get straight to the bell ringers. Patreon.com/Before the Bell podcast. If you want to become a member, we're about to do a Zoom party with them, and we're doing a live Raw watch party with the members. So thank you guys so much for being locked in with us. We out. Let's go.
Laid out for the count. 1, 2, 3. Before the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast.